warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Afifah Safitri from Economic Education, Concentrate Accounting Education 2017. First of all, I would like to thank my supervisors, Mr. Fauzi and Mr. Mardi, who have helped me in completing my research entitled The Effect of Good Corporate Governance and Accounting Conservatism on Earning Quality in Islamic Banking Companies registered with the Financial Service Authority. Chapter 4, Result and Discussion. Descriptive statistical analysis based on table 4.1 find that the average value of the earnings quality variables, which means that the average response given by investor to change that occur in the sample company's profit, is positive with an average value of 4.786 with a standard deviation of 42.933, indicating the magnitude of the variation and the value of earning quality. The minimum value is minus 139.96 and the maximum value is 3013.47. The average value of the good corporate governance variable is 1.988, indicating the average good corporate governance rating obtained by the sample companies is good, with the standard deviation of 0.508. The minimum value is 1.00 and the maximum value is 3.00. The average value of the variable conservatism accounting has the understanding that the average application of accounting conservatism in the company the sample is minus 0.0063 with a standard deviation of 0.056. The minimum value is minus 0.19 and the value of a maximum 0.17. It was found that the rank of earnings quality shows 4053.43 with many classes being 7 class and the length of the interval class being 65. On the result of frequency distribution in table 4.2 with a sample of 90 data in the interval minus 139.96 to minus 75.18 as many as to observation data 2%. Interval minus 74.18 to minus 9.41 as many as 7 observation data X%. Interval minus 8.41 to 56.37 as many as 77 observation data 86%. File 57.37 to 122.15 as many as to observation data 2%. Interval 123.15 to 187.192 as many as 1 observation data 1%. Interval 188.92 to 2053.70 as many as 0 observation data 0% and interval 2054.70 to 3090.47 as many as 1 observation data 1%. Table 4.2 illustrates the amount of data that dominates in the third and second class, meaning that in company registered with the Financial Service Authority from 2040 to 2020 must of the companies obtain medium earnings quality value because in the lower interval there is still a minus number between the interval, namely in the third and second grades. So that 75% of the data on the value of earning quality is the debt rank, with the value of earning quality, which has the small frequency, is in the sixth class with a percentage of 0% of the total observation data. On the histogram image in figure 4.1, it can be seen that the highest frequency is in the third class, while the lowest frequency is in the sixth class. It was found that the rank of good corporate governance is 2.00 with the number of interval class is 7 and the length of the interval class is 0.3. Based on the result of the distribution of good corporate governance in table 4.3 with a sample of 90 data, interval of 1.00 to 1.29, as many as 12 observation data, 40%. Interval 2.29 to 0.57, as many as 67 observation data, 77%. Interval 3.57 to 3.86, as many as 11 observation data, 13%. Interval 4.86 to 5.14, interval 0 observation data, 0%. 6.14 to 6.43, interval 0 observation data, 0%. Interval 7.43 to 7.71, 0 observation data, 0%. And the interval from 8.71 to 9.00, as much as 0 observation data, 0%. Illustrations that the highest frequency is in the first and second class. This shows that 87% of the sample value good corporate governance in a good rank in the process of running Islamic banking companies, while the assessment that have the small frequency are in the fourth, first, sixth, and the seventh class with a percent of 0% observation data. Histogram image in figure 4.2, it can be seen that the frequencies are in the first and second class, while the lowest frequency are in the 4, 5, 6, and 7 class. It's found that the rank of accounting conservatism is 0.37 with many interval class as many as 7 classes, and the length of the interval class is 0.05. Based on the result of the frequency distribution in table 4.4 with a sample of 90 observation data at interval minus 0.19 to minus 0.14, 1 observation data, 1%. Interval minus 0.13 to minus 0.08, 4 observation data, 5%. Interval minus 0.07 to minus 0.02, 31 observation data 36%. Minus 0.01 to 0.03 as many as 31 observation data 36%. Interval 0.04 to 0.09 as many as 17 observation data 20%. Interval 0.10 to 0.15 as many as 2 observation data 2%, and the interval 0.16 to 0.21 as many as 1 observation data 1%. Table 4.4, it is illustrated that the frequency of bank is in the third and fourth classes. They show that 72% of the data on the value of accounting conservatism are in the rank, while the value that have the small frequency are in the first and seventh class with a percent of 2% of the observation data. On the histogram image in figure 4.3, it can be seen that the highest frequency are in the third and fourth class, while the lowest frequency are in the first and seventh class. Test for normality. Based on the result of calculation using the one sample Kolmogorov-Smirnov test with the SPSS version 26 program, it is concluded that the value of the significance of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov of 0.200 is greater than 0.05. This method proves that the data is normally distributed and the data can be used in future analysis. Based on figure 4.4, the distribution of the normal probability plot graph, it can be seen that the data spread around the diagonal line and in the direction of following the diagonal line, so that the data in the study is thought to have a normal distribution. Multicolority test. Discussion making on multicolority test can be seen through the value of VIF and tolerance. Based on the VIF value on good corporate governance and accounting conservatism is 1.008, which means less than 10. Meanwhile, the tolerance value is 0.992, which is more than 0.1. So it can be concluded that there is no multicolority in the research. The Glaser heterogeneity test. The heterogeneity test was carried out by using the Glaser test using SPSS version 26. Based on the result, the sixth value was obtained of 0.217, 0.610, because the value of 6 greater than 0.05, that the regression model of the study did not find any heterogeneity problem. Autocorrelation test. Autocorrelation testing is carried out of the run test on SPSS version 26 program. Based on the test result obtained, the value of 6 of 0.203 is greater than 0.05, so in the regression model of the study there was no autocorrelation problem. Multiple regression analysis. Based on the result of the regression analysis presented in the table 4.9, it can be written regression model as follows. Y is equal to minus 14.104 plus 9.941 GCG plus 2064.143 kNSV. This equation describes a constant value of minus 14.104, which means that if all independent variables are constants, then the amount of earning quality will be minus 14.104. The GCG regression coefficient value is 9.941, which means that if the GCG value increases by 1%, the earning quality value increased by 9.941. The GCG regression coefficient value is 2064.143, means that if KNCV increased by 1%, the value of earning quality increase amount to 2041.566. Next, test the hypothesis, namely the partial regression coefficient test or t-test. Based on the result of the t-test, it can be seen that the count for the variable good corporate governance of 1.195 is smaller than the t-table value of 1.988 and significant 0.235 bigger than 0.05, then H0 is accepted and hypothesis 1 is rejected. In conclusion, by partial, there is no significant effect between good corporate governance and earning quality. Based on the result of the t-test, it can be seen that the t-count for the accounting conservatism variable is 3.178, which is greater than the t-table value of 1.988 and the significant 0.003 smaller than 0.05, then H0 is rejected and hypothesis 2 is accepted. In conclusion, partial, there is a significant relationship between accounting conservatism and earning quality. Test the hypothesis, namely the stimulus correlation coefficient test or v-test. Based on table 4.11, the conclusion above the result obtained are the value of significance of 0.03, value of 6.242 is greater than F table of 3.10. Then hypothesis 0 is rejected and hypothesis 3 is accepted. So it can be concluded that there is stimulating effect between good corporate governance and accounting conservatism on earning quality. Test the hypothesis, namely the multiple correlation test or R. Based on the table 4.12, it is known that the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable show an R value of 0.354. From their result, the R value is between 0.21 to 0.40. Then can be concluded that there is a lower relationship between good corporate governance and accounting conservatism toward earning quality. Test the hypothesis, namely the coefficient of determinant test or R square. Based on the result of the coefficient of determinant R squares, the value of 0.125, they show the magnitude of the influence of the two independent variables, good corporate governance and accounting conservatism, is 12.5%, and the rest is influenced by other factors not examined. Discussion of good corporate governance on profit quality. The first hypothesis is not proven and cannot be accepted. Companies with rating, excellent self-assessment of good corporate governance cannot be a factor that affect the quality of a company's earnings and are unable to limit action company opportunistic. The reason is because company that not to applying good corporate governance is really down by monitoring and control system that has not been optimal. In addition, in the implementation of the good corporate governance, self-assessment ranking is not able to warrant the level of investor confidence due to the uncertainty for the company's performance in the following year. 29 and Wirama 2014. The results of the study are in line with research that concluded by Salim et al. 2020, Sugianto and Sarif 2018, Putri and Fitriasari 2017, Pratiwi and Pralita 2021, and Dangpam Yungyan and Nguyen 2020. The result of the research show that good corporate governance has no positive effect on earning quality. Discussion of accounting conservatism on earning quality. The second hypothesis is proven and can be accepted. Companies be implementing the higher the principle of accounting conservatism, the more companies apply prudence in the preparation of financial statements, so that the resulting profit is of higher quality. Companies, by applying the precautionary principle, will make the resulting discussion will not be optimistic or not intentionally exaggerated so far the user financial statement are not following in making decision. According to Giuliani et al. 2020, the results of this study are in line with research conducted by Octaviani and Suhartono 2021, Marcelinus Asri 2017, Ayam and Lori 2020, Zubaida and Nazril 2019, Masoka and Abu Hamus 2018. The result of his research indicate that the accounting conservatism has a significant positive effect on earning quality. Of good corporate governance and accounting conservatism on earning quality. Simulations show the value of fee count 5.797, which is greater than F table 3.10, and the level of significant 0.003 is less than 0.05, means hypothesis 0 rejected. The result of data processing carry produce a value of R square, show the magnitude of the influence of the two independent variables, namely good corporate governance and accounting conservatism, of 0.125 or 12.5%, and the rest in influence by others factor not examined. From testing the data processing hypothesis, it can be concluded that variable of good corporate governance and accounting conservatism provide positive and significant results on earning quality. Furthermore, the results of this study are also in line with research that conducted by Twentina and Wirama 2014, Arista Wati and Rasmini 2014, and Tumpal Manik 2017. Research limit in the study research on examined two variables that influence earning quality, namely using only good corporate governance and accounting conservatism, while there are still many other variables that can affect earning quality, including firm size, percentage earning, audit quality, investment opportunity set, leverage, and intellectual capital. Companies that are the object of research are General Islamic Banking Company and Sharia Business Unit registered with the Financial Service Authority in 2018 to 2020, so it cannot represent the Islamic banking companies as a whole. That observation period in the study was limited to 3 years, namely 2018 to 2020, so the research are still does not reflect the situation in the long term. Chapter 5: Conclusion, Implication, and Suggestion. Good corporate governance and accounting conservatism together or stimulantly affect quality profit. Good corporate governance does not have a positive influence and not significant to earning quality. They show that good corporate governance cannot be used be a benchmark in looking at the quality of a company earning. Conservatism accounting in this study result in a positive conclusion and significant in influencing earning quality. They show that the level of application of corporate accounting conservatism can determine whether or not the quality of the profit earned or owned by the company. Implication from the result of the study, accounting conservatism has a positive and negative effect significant to earning quality. This shows that the factor of accounting conservatism can indicate the quality of company earning. Applying the precautionary principle is one way to reduce the presence of inappropriate earning presentation. In addition, by using the principle of conservatism, it can be assumed that the preparation of financial statement is unlikely to commit fraudulent acts. Accounting conservatism can also avoid there is conflict of interest between investor and creditor due to the distribution of assessment dividends. With the application of accounting conservatism, the profit contained in the financial statement in accordance with the actual profit value and is not exaggerated. Good corporate governance has no positive and significant effect on earning quality. This is because in its application, good corporate governance is not implementation of it optimally by every company. Because if it is implemented as well as possible, the company will be able to identify problems early, make up appropriate repairs, and faster implementation of the principles of good corporate governance and risk management. Therefore, the full responsibility lies with the bank's management to further improve the performance and quality of a company's earnings. For company management, it's better to continue to implement the principle of good corporate governance in every process of operational activity company and apply the principle of accounting conservatism wherever possible so that the resulting financial statement have a high profit quality, so that in the future is not wrong in making decision and is useful for users of financial statement. For future researchers, is the hope that they can develop research by using another company sector or adding to the sample, increase the observation time, for example 5 years, and add a variable research independent variables such as company size, investment opportunity set, audit quality, and other variables that can affect company earning quality. Potential investors are expected to be more careful and investing their capital to the company, because companies that extract profit will result in the profit generated not being in accordance with the real one and the opportunities attitude carried out by the company management. Percentage of me more or less sorry. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.